City. He has played the Catskills, Pocono Mountain Resorts for years, working at the stages of Caesars, the Fernwood, Friar Tuck, the Nettley, Pine Grove, and others. And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting one of the great entertainers of our time, Uncle Floyd Vivino.
That was a very touching introduction, but very, very touching. I was moved to tears almost. Before I go any further, I think we should thank the decorating committee that went all out here. They really did a nice thing. Sir, don't leave, I'll stop. Oh, I remember that shirt when it was red. That's how far back we go. It's a pleasure to be here in Philadelphia. I was in Allentown, Pennsylvania the other night. I got lost. I said to somebody, "Excuse me, how do I get to the hospital?" He hit me on the head with a pipe. I am so sick of my act, you have no idea. I'll do anything to get out of the house. That's it. You take a job in Philadelphia. I have 7 children. That's why I have to work every night. I try to be a good father. I said to one of my kids the other day, "I'm spending a lot of money sending you to college. What do you think you'll be when you get out?" He said 38, 39. I am so lucky to have children still living at home because I can't do anything. I don't do anything. People are asking me for my email, eBay, eMap. I don't have any. I don't bother. I can't even get in my own house anymore. I can't decode the alarm system. I got to sit in the car in the driveway and wait for one of my kids to come home. I can't even, you know what that's like at 42 to sit, hello, 42, to sit there. I can't even put my own television on anymore. I have 5 remote controls to put a television on. I pick one, I press the button, the picture goes on, I sit down, the picture goes off. I pick this one up, boom, now I got a picture, no sound. Now I got no sound. I tell my kids, "Put this on for me." "Dad, let me show you." I says, no. I can remember a time in this country every television set had one button. That's all we needed. One button for everything. You wanted it on, the picture came on. You wanted it off, boom, the picture went off, and it would shrink nice and slow. Nice and slow they would shrink. Not go off like that, hey, boom, and then it would be a ball, and then a circle, and then it would eventually be a little dot, and we wait for the dot to go away. Nobody abandoned the set as long as the dot was there, because my father told me we'd have a fire if you left the TV. You want to burn the house down, you'll burn the whole block down. Don't ever leave the sun on with the dot there. And half the sets didn't have cable years, and nobody had cable. Remember the old sets? The picture would roll up and down. Nobody said anything. They said, "That's how these people watch TV." Nobody says, "How come your picture's rolling?" We used to watch Victory at Sea and get seasick at the same time. Half the other sets had double images of ghosts. In other words, you saw 2 of everything. For years, I thought Bonanza long green. I thought he had 6 sons. It wasn't until I got cable. I thought Hop Sing was twins. I didn't know. I thought it was Hop and Sing, 2 Chinese twins. By the way, 2 Chinese people on my block just had a baby. The baby's black. You know, they named it something Wong. Now, that's an old joke. It's an old joke. Old joke. I've been doing that. It's a career move for me. I'm not used to working in the Schwarzer Plots and whatever I am. I'm just happy I found this place. You can't get lost anymore. You get lost, and I drive by instinct. I come from the New Jersey, northern New Jersey, just near New York. Thank you. That's all right. Please don't stop. I drive by instinct. I said, Philadelphia's got to be this way. I know it is. Down that way is Philadelphia. And if I get lost, I'll go to a gas station and get directions. Oh, I don't. Let's try around here. Excuse me, sir. Could you tell me how do I get to? I don't know to go directions. I don't know to go. So listen, pal, I ain't that far. What if I go down this road here? I don't know to go road about that. That's all right. What if I go back over that bridge? I don't know to go. I said, look, oh, you travel 5,000 miles to get here. You don't know another mile and a half? I mean, not for nothing, but when people come to this country nowadays, what do? They fly in the airplane, they see a gas station, drop me there, Lukoil. Don't get me wrong, I don't make fun of immigrants. My people come from the other side, Brooklyn. My people came over in the Mayflower moving truck. My grandmother came to this country from Italy, never learned English. She learned 1 word all the years she's here. Grandma, how do you feel? This is nice here. This is a switch now. I can't get it down. Anyway, I'll give you all the time you need. By the way, if you want to see me at the Borgata in Atlantic City in 2 weeks, yes, I have 2 tickets to see Pat Boone. Well, I'm opening for Pat Boone's daughter, not Debbie, the other one, Babs. Baboon. Yeah, now you know why I'm not on TV anymore. I come in, I'm talking to you people, one of you people actually came up to me and said, excuse me, are you the original Uncle Floyd? As if there's enough work for more than one of us. But I had my day in the sun. My best years were 1974, 5, and 6. I had 2 big sponsors, Tom Carvel and Crazy Eddie. Just my luck, one dropped dead, the other one on the lam. And I ended up in the Schwabenhaus or whatever it is. This is a German place? Oh, they're wonderful. They love cuckoo clocks, the German people. German people are into cuckoo clocks. Italians don't have cuckoo clocks. We don't need something making noise in the house every half hour. We had a cuckoo clock in our house years ago. Come out at 11 o'clock. Cuckoo! Uncle Dominic shot it. Oh, we have Italian people here? That's too bad. I'm not Italian. No, my mother's from Iceland. My father's Cuban. I'm an ice cube. Is that a good joke? I forgot to ask if there were any celebrities to be introduced here at this wonderful banquet this evening. The other night, for example, I did a show. You know who was in the audience? Soupy Sales. Remember Soupy Sales? Yes, he was sitting on one side of the room all by himself. On the other side, all by herself, was Whoopi Goldberg. And they never met, so I had to introduce them. I said, Soupy, Whoopi, Whoopi, Soupy. Years ago, I introduced Yogi Berra to Humphrey Bogart. I said, Yogi, Bogey, Bogey, Yogi. I'm laughing because I know what's coming next. And years ago, I introduced Della Reese, the great Della Reese. I work in downtown Newark. Della Reese walks in the joint, and sitting in the corner was Bela Lugosi, and they never met. So I said, Della, Bella, Bella, Della. And the very first night I was in show business, the great Toulouse-Lautrec walked into the nightclub, and sitting in the corner was Uncle Toulouse from the Danny Thomas Show. And they never met, so I introduced him. I said, Toulouse, 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 Toulouse. Did you know Toulouse-Lautrec was a tailor? I brought my pants to him. I said, are the pants too tight, Toulouse? Listen, folks, when you find one you like, just nod your head like this. Big rooms like this scare me. Usually I'm the house comic at the Motel 6. The other night I did my show at the Motel 6. After my show, I went to my room. My room had no ceiling. I called the clerk. I said, what kind of room is this? It has no ceiling. He said, that's okay. The guy upstairs, he don't walk around much. The room was so small, I stuck a key in a keyhole, broke the back window. The room was so small, I dropped my toupee, we had wall-to-wall carpeting. The room was so small, I bent over like this. The doorknob got friendly with me. The room was so small. I'm changing this premise. Movies here. Like, look at this. My mother gave me more cord than this. Just a joke. I don't make fun of anybody in the audience. You know, a lot of comics, you get on stage, first thing they do, they start making fun of people. And I'm not trying to be brash, but there's a disproportionate amount of bald-headed men in this tent here. And I don't make fun of bald-headed men. Women find bald-headed men virile and masculine and dramatic and sexy. That's right. But what the heck is the purpose of this? What does this here mean? Really, what the hell is this? You think there's a woman out there right now saying, boy, would I like to get a hold of him. Boy, would I like to rub my fingers to that goosey gum on top of his head. Look how nice the bald-headed men look. Look at me, I gotta walk around like a Teletubby. You know what I look like? Remember the movie The Wizard of Oz? Remember Munchkin City? The older I'm getting, the more and more I'm starting to look like the mayor of Munchkin City. I know what I look like. I don't look like Brad Pitt or his brother Stu or any of these other stars. I look stupid. Yes, I got my own material. I'm so corny, I go home and let me take my clothes off. I just unhusked. And if they ever remake the movie The Wizard of Oz, I'm auditioning for the part of the mayor of Munchkin City.
As mayor of Munchkin City, we welcome you to the land of Oz. Where the lollipop cake, the lollipop cake, where the lollipop.
You gotta give me credit though, at least I don't try to cover it up. You ever see these guys, they dig and pull, they dig and pull? My cousin Dominic cut his ear off to get more hair. I gotta get over to the piano here. They put it in a nice corner there. Beautiful piano that they sent in from the Goodwill. By the way, if you people want to see me, I mean, I never saw anything. There's a $48 million building here, and if you want to see me on the David Letterman show on August 1st, then please write to David Letterman and let him know. Otherwise, I'll be doing the New Jersey midget installation, gonna dance in Short Hills, and what a rough crowd they were. So I had the midget show the other day, somebody threw a potato, hit me right in the ankle, and another guy was punching my foot all night. I said, look, I had it up to here with you people, and the joke went right over their head. I gotta walk all the way over here. Is that mic on? Oh, you think I'm being pulled over by a cop here? I didn't want to be late for this career move. A cop pulled me over, and he came up to my car. He said, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" I said, "No," and I took off. He asked the question, I answered the question. I didn't know there was a law in Philadelphia. Anyway, my case comes up next Tuesday. Not that I'm afraid of cops. My Uncle Dominic is with the FBI. They picked him up Monday afternoon. You notice I don't do any mother-in-law jokes. If there's any mother-in-laws in the house tonight, I don't do that. Ever since mine moved in with me, I find no humor in the subject whatsoever. My mother-in-law, I worship the crown she's got coming to her. She said, my mother-in-law, she's got so many gold teeth she has to sleep with her head in a safe. She said, her mouth is so big, I saw her sing a duet all by herself the other day. She said, "You don't deserve my daughter." I said, "Hey, I don't deserve bursitis, but I got it." She said, "You better be good to my daughter, or when I die, I'll dig my way out of the grave and come back and haunt you. I'll fix her, I'll bury her upside down. Let her dig me." She was going to come here tonight, but she couldn't make it. Her broom broke, and there was no way to fly over. I'll go try to do a song on this here. I gotta go uphill. Look at this here. Is this on? Is this on here? Yeah. Oh, it's on. Oh, wow, powerful. Yeah. It's just like this here. Beautiful. You can hear that? I came in earlier. The piano tuner was here, and he's, you know how they. I said, "How's it coming along?" He said, "What?" On her butt, she is nice. When she's in my arms, it's paradise. She was born in Hackensack, made a fortune on her career. Come on, folks. She's got freckles on her butt, she is nice. When she's in my arms, it's paradise. She was born in Boston, Mass, and you should see her ankles. Oh, she's got two ankles, one on each foot, and blue eyes. One blue this way, one blue that way. She was so ugly, she walked in the bank, they turned the camera off. She's got... Who is this guy? Is he a member here? She's got freckles on her butt, she is nice. When she's in my arms, it's paradise. She was born in Oyster Bay, had a brother who was happy. She's got freckles on her butt. I did this song at the church pancake supper the other night. You could hear a pin drop. It was an Italian church, Our Lady of Bingo. She's got freckles on her butt. She is nice. When she's in my arms, it's paradise. She ate X-Lax bit by bit until she had to sneeze. Freckles on her butt, she is nice. When she's in my arms, it's paradise. She was born on the Jersey Shore, made a lot of money as a waitress. She's got freckles on her butt, she is nice. I was such a Laurel and Hardy fan as a kid, and in those days we didn't have like today DVDs. It was not hard, and they used to show their movies at 4:30 in the morning, if you remember, on the New York stations. Movies like The Bullfighter and Dancing Master, and we'd get up. Usually anywhere else you go, people laugh at this. You people take this seriously. Well, that's it. I don't do requests unless you ask for them. But someone asked me that we should do a sing-along song. So in the spirit of sing-along, we'll do the Susan song. You just join in on the choruses when you get the idea of the song. It's very easy. Susan song. Oh, Susan, Susan, sitting in a sewing shop. All day long she'd sit and sew, all day long she'd sew and sit. Susan, Susan, sitting in a sewing shop. She'd sit all day and sit and sew, sew all day and sew and sit. Susan, folks, you're not even trying here. Susan, Susan, sitting in a shoe shine shop. All day long she'd sit and shine, all day long she'd shine and sit. Susan, Susan, sitting in a shoe shine shop. She'd sit all day and sit and shine all day and I know you want me to make a mistake. Susan, Susan, sitting in a long she'd sit and shock, all day long she'd shock and sit. Susan, sitting in an oyster shack. She'd sit up. I'm re-releasing this. It's coming out next week on my new 45. Susan, sitting in a Chevrolet. All day long she'd sit and shift, all day long she'd sit. Sitting in a, you know, my family thinks I'm working right now. Susan, sipping on a bottle of Schlitz. All day long she'd sip the Schlitz, all day long the Schlitz she'd sip. Susan. A lot of young people don't even know what the hell a Schlitz is. They never had a Schlitz, a Pathfinder, a Carling Black Label, Uncle Club, a Stegmeyer, a Red, White, and Blue, an old Milwaukee, a Rheingold, a Ballantine. Never had a Stegmeyer beer from Pennsylvania, Utica Club, Rolling Rock. They never had my favorite beer of all time, Peel's beer. That's true. As a matter of fact, Peel's just went up to $1.29 a case. You can only get it in a little town in Pennsylvania called Him, which years ago was her she. Too close to the home office for that joke. Susan, sitting in a poultry shop. All day long she'd buck the duck, all day long the duck she'd buck. Susan, sitting in a poultry shop. She'd sit all day. That's what I like about this crowd. You don't bother me, I don't bother you. You don't sing, you don't have to sing. You're such a nice group, I'll only do one more chorus. Susan, sitting in a dressmaker shop. All day long she'd fit and tuck, all day long she'd tuck and fit. Susan, sitting in a dressmaker shop. She'd fit all day, fit and tuck all day, and tuck and fit. Susan, sitting in a dressmaker shop. You thought it was dirty. Sitting in a dressmaker shop. It's a nice song. I gotta go over here now. Oh, anybody celebrating something I should know about? For example, the other night I did a show. There was a couple married 38 years, and I asked the wife, I said, what can I play in honor of your 38 years together? And she asked me to play this song. I had someone else before I had you, and I'll have someone after you've gone. A streetcar, a sweetheart, don't worry me, 'cause there'll soon be another one along. You had your day, go anyway. I've got a swinging door right in my heart, and it swings either. Look at this guy taking a picture of a song. I had someone else before I had you, and you get out much? You want two? I had someone. This is sad. This is a big day for you, huh? It was my dream to come here. And as a kid, I remember my friends, you'd say to your friends, hey, Billy, what do you want to do when you grow up? I want to be president of the United States. And you, what about you? Flynn, what about you? I want to be center fielder on the New York Yankees. Hey, Uncle Floyd, what do you want to do? I want to headline it, the Spatzen, the Stubel von Boos, Flying gut Deutsch American Sachen. And I made it this far, considering I've been to Philadelphia many times. I used to work at the old on Arch Street, the Troc Theater. Maxie Furman was the head comic. A lot of you people are making believe you don't know what the Troc Theater was. It was a fine arts theater. That's gone, and then I worked for a long time at Palumbo's down on 9th Street for years. That's gone. I worked all the joints on South Street for many years, from the Ripley Music Hall and Chestnut Street to Cabaret, and that's gone. They're all closed. And that's why I'm here now. Take a good look at this building. In 2 weeks, Walmart is coming here. I take a lot of abuse for not being in the modern time. And people say, oh, this guy, on the internet, they say, don't want this guy's act, forget about it, time is over. And they say, you have to have reality. The public wants reality show business today. And I don't believe in that, because I'm from the old school, but if you have to have reality, the truth is I had to work in Las Vegas not long ago, and my wife said, I'm coming. I said, fine, the plane leaves Newark Airport at 7 o'clock in the morning. That means we got to get there at midnight. because I park in the economy parking lot, which is in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. And to get back to Newark Airport, you got to take 6 buses and 2 trains. She says, I am not going to fly. You know I hate airplanes. I'm not flying to Las Vegas. I said, then how are you going to get there? She said, I'm taking a boat. I said, a boat? Are you out of your mind? It costs more money to take a boat from Newark, New Jersey to Las Vegas than I'm making. She said, I'm your wife. I'm coming by boat. I said, fine if that's how you feel. And I dedicated this song. I said, then go take a ship for yourself. I'll take a plane for myself. If you can't ride in planes, ride in buses or in trains, then go take a ship for yourself. Take a battleship, an excursion ship, any old ship will do. And if you can't take a big ship, take a dinghy or canoe. One voyage to you, my friend. I'll see you at the journey's end. If you can't ride in planes, ride in buses or in trains, then go take a ship for yourself. Everybody now. Not on to me, we're in trouble here. There'll be rehearsal in the morning. I gotta go all the way over here now. I didn't realize there was this much land in Pennsylvania. Oh, this is not like New York, huh? I want you people to know I got out of a... What are you, videotaping? Can you? Nobody wanted to watch me on TV for 27 years. They remember my sponsors. I should do a commercial. This part of the show is brought to you by Carvel, Tom Carvel. Remember Carvel ice cream store? Never used to get on the air and do his own commercial. Hello, participating in Carvel ice cream. Wednesday is Sunday. Hello, participant. And my audience heard that, they went, whoa! Did you catch that? Wednesday is Sunday. What kind of concept is that? Maybe Tuesday is really Thursday. Maybe 5:45 is 6:15. And if you recall, Tom Carvel had an ice cream concoction, a ridiculous shape for every holiday, the most embarrassing of which was Father's Day. On Father's Day, we have Fudgy the Whale from the Whale. Fudgy the Whale. What kid would give his father a $3 frozen Fudgy the Whale ice cream? My father is Fudgy the Whale. My father comes from Italy, talks like half man, half dog. You ever hear Italian guys like that? Hey, 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 Pop. Happy Father's Day. This is Fudgy the Whale. Shove it up your ass. Such a good mood to be away from my wife for a little while. They were making love the other night. She started talking to me. For years, she never said a word. We're making love. All of a sudden, she says to me, tell me, what are you thinking about? I said, oh, please, honey, what's the matter? Be quiet. She said, oh, no, I always wonder when we made love, what goes on in your mind? What are you thinking about? I said, I don't want to say. You're not supposed to say. Shh. She said, no, you could tell me now. Tell me right now. What are you thinking about right now? Notice how quiet everybody is. These are good people. I said, you want to know what I'm thinking about? I'm wondering if those 2 meatballs are still in the refrigerator. That's what's been on my mind, because after we're done, I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to make a nice meatball. And I'm going to fall asleep on a couch watching the History Channel. The only channel I watch, the History Channel. My wife thinks there's something wrong with me. The only channel I watch, the History Channel, she said, I was watching World War II the other night. She said, don't you know how the war ended by now? I said, look, you're missing a lot of great shows. They had a show the other night, for example, about Mrs. Paul Revere. Mrs. Paul Revere, who said to Paul Revere, hey, where the hell do you think you're going? It's midnight. He said, I'm a minute man. She said, I know, but where you going? They had a show the other night about Mrs. Benjamin Franklin, Aretha, who said to Ben Franklin, who goes to Philadelphia for this joke, who said, why don't you get the hell out of the house and go fly a kite? They had a show about Van Gogh, who cut his ear off, put the ear in the note, sent the note to the girlfriend. You know what the note said? Dying to hear from you, honey. They say the average house in America today has 3 televisions, like this, a novelty. We had 3 TVs in our apartment when I was a little kid. We had a big broken console with a broken record player on one side and a broken radio unit on the other. When this broke, my mother put a white doily on top of it. Then we had a second smaller set mounted on top of that. Eventually that broke, and my mother put a white doily on top of that. Then we had a third smaller set on top of this with 2 rabbit ears connected to aluminum foil, a coat hanger, and a cast iron frying pan. That's how we got Channel 11. Now I pay $118 a month for cable. My children have 800 channels, and you know what they say? There's nothing on. And I live in New Jersey. Cable TV's a ripoff. We have a channel called the Weather Channel. All they talk about is the weather in California, Florida, California, Florida. They never talk about New Jersey weather. You people realize 2 weeks ago a tornado hit downtown Camden. That's right. Did $59 million worth of improvements. And it wasn't even on the... Where am I going here? From here. I want you to know I got out of a sick bed to be here tonight. My kumara has the flu. Kumara, that's a Yiddish word. Well, your guess is as good as mine. We got a lot planned here tonight. The fruit's coming out, and you did this nice job here with our friend here with a nice, almost striped shirt. What kind of work do? You have regular work? Or just follow me around and videotape me?
Physician.
You're a physician? You mean a doctor?
Indeed.
Oh, yeah. You're not a psychiatrist. You know what I heard? Doctors were talking. A psychiatrist said the worst thing a mother could ever do is lie to their children. A mother should never lie to the children, otherwise the children grow up and then later in life have these... I had to think back in my youth if my mother ever lied to me. I remember my mother standing by the door saying, "Come on in, I'm not going to hit you." Come on in, I'm not going to hit you. Get over here. Bing, bang, zing, and boom. We didn't call that a lie. That was called love. That's child abuse. This man here, this looks so familiar. The professor, like a professor. Is your first name Robert by any chance? No, it's not. You're not from Trenton, are you?
No.
Your name isn't Rob? What's your first name?
Alex.
Alex. You look like somebody else. Alex what, may I ask?
Thielens.
Alex what?
Thielens.
Thielens? Alex Thielens? Oh, Thielens. Alex Thielens. No, I'm sorry, I got you mixed up with somebody. Anyway, if you enjoyed my little act tonight, my name is Uncle Floyd. If you didn't like my act, my name is Alex Thielens. Alex Thielens. Thought I couldn't say the name, huh? We gotta get a closing song over here. Nice closing song at the back up here. I'll be up here in 5 minutes, so if you have a wonderful song, and you're very, very nice people, and I'm glad you're nice to me. Otherwise, you go back to New Jersey tonight and tell everybody, "I found land, follow me." Here's a nice closing song. Oh, I ain't got nobody, but I got a little kumara up the street. That's a terrible closing song. Here's one from the Jersey Shore. I don't want to go home, I don't want to go home. We're having too much fun. I don't want to... You're too polite for that. Here's a better closing song. I used to work in Chicago in a department store. I used to work in Chicago. I did, but I don't anymore. A lady came in for a dress. I said, "What kind did you come for?" "Jumper," she said, and jumper I did. I'll never work there anymore. I used to work in Chicago in a department store. I used to work in Chicago. I did, but I don't anymore. A lady came in for poultry. I said, "What kind did you come for?" A goose. I gave it to her. They threw me out the door. Oh, I used to work in Chicago in a department store. I used to work in Chicago. I did, but I don't anymore. A lady came in for cake. I said, "What kind did you come for?" "Layers," she said. You get the idea now? I'll never work there anymore. Thank you, folks. You're a wonderful crowd. I know you have a movie coming up, and God bless you all. And Laurel and Hardy will live forever and ever and ever. Thank you.
Come on, everybody. What a great trip. All right. Uncle Floyd Bovino. He will be available back in the bar area if you'd like to get a picture. We want to do it fairly soon. If you're interested in a picture or some kind of an autograph or something, he will be available back there. All right, we have the 50-50 starting now.